Hello? Can you hear me now? Put a one in the chat if you can hear me now. It should come in clearly. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. Hello? Can you hear me now? Cool. Alright. Okay, hold let me can you hear me now? Is it a little bit better or is it low? Is it high? Let me make sure it's high. Let me make sure it's high and ready to go. Can you hear me now? Is it a little bit better? Okay. Is it low? Is it cool? So high? it's been it's been a while. I've been busy. I've been really busy. It's been it's a couple of weeks, and it's been a couple of weeks. I've been busy. I've been doing a lot of stuff, and I think I'm gonna explain some of the stuff I've been doing and why it's been a while since I basically came online and did anything dealing with AI and me. So first things first, I previously I left. I told you I was doing my CPA. I'm preparing for my CPA. So in preparation of the CPA, I had to take. I'm taking currently taking courses in accounting in order to meet the requirements to take my CPA. So I'm taking courses and also still being a data scientist, doing AI, robotics, and all that by day, classes at night, studying, doing all this, and also I also am looking into doing probably a channel dealing with accounting and AI to document my progress in terms of how accounting and AI is basically evolving. And again, when I say AI, I'm talking about the algorithms, different aspects of it. And the goal is to, what I'm trying to do with this channel and the accounting channel. So, one thing I've looked at is how everybody's doing taxes. Everybody's has taxes being done, but nobody can tell you. If I can tell you, for instance, if someone who's doing his taxes for the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years, what if I can tell you based on your what you do, what you're currently doing and your taxes? Can I tell you in the next when you can afford a house in the next 3, 4, 5 years, and what house you can afford, or what you can do with your money, or how you can basically change that trajectory to be able to afford a house you want, maybe a $500,000 house or something. So what I'm doing is taking accounting and mixing it with machine learning, AI, and all that, and using that to say, for instance, if I'm making 50K this year, how can I? Is it possible with my what I'm doing in the next 5 years to afford a house that's 500K or 600K based on what I'm doing? Again, based on certain things like your environment. If you're going to school, if you're taking certification, if you're trying to change a career path, can I, in the next 5 years, be able to go in and change my income or do all that based on my past? So that's why I'm looking at accounting. Accounting is a very currently everybody's saying accounting is dying, but I'm saying accounting is evolving and is evolving with the use of AI because I've seen a lot of applications in it in terms of not only forensic accounting in order to see track criminal activities based on using machine learning, but also instances where if someone comes in and says, "Hey, I want to be able to make 150K in the next year or two, how is it possible based on my income, my lifestyle, and all that? Can I use accounting and all that to tell you that's not possible, or if you do this, that might happen? So that's what I'm currently doing. Taking accounting and mixing it with deep learning, machine learning to do things like that. So if you come to prepare your tax and say, hey, I'm seeing your taxes and I'm saying in the next 3, 4 years, what are your plans? I want to buy a house. Okay, let me run the numbers. In the next 3, 4 years, is it possible? What's your lifestyle change? I'm going back to school. I want to change my career into tech. Okay, what specifically are you doing? And can I quantify that and say, okay, based on what you're doing, can I see your income double or triple? And if it doubles or triple, can I afford a house from there? So those are the kind of stuff I'm doing in terms of accounting and all that, trying to help people not only the reasons you need to increase your incomes, but how inflation will affect your income, or all these aspects that most accountants. It's a financial planner that does that, but most accountants have that power and that knowledge, and based on that, tell you with a little bit of machine learning and all that, tell you, hey, if you don't, if you want to buy a $500,000 house with this income, I don't think it's possible. I think if you change this, you can buy that. So that's what I'm trying to do with accounting. I'm trying to revolutionize accounting with machine learning, deep learning, and all that approach, and apply it to everywhere. So it's something I want to do and something I'm passionate about doing. So that's why in my new channel, I'm gonna go through the steps of saying, okay, this is the accounting equation, this is machine learning, this is deep learning, and all that. This is the application of it. This is how you can apply it in terms of graphical neural network and all that. So that's my new channel. It's basically going to be titled Accounting and AI, or Accounting and all that. It will introduce you with accounting, taxes, how you can use machine learning and all that in taxes, accounting, and all that good stuff. So that will be my new channel. So I'm going to be balancing all that with all that. So what I'm saying is it's a hectic time, but I'm trying. But that's just one aspect I'm doing right now. So that's just a rant. But in the news, what have you been seeing? Because I've been seeing a lot of AI, a lot of AI, a lot of AI, a lot of technology, a lot of booming, booming AI systems. And I also seen on the other side, I'm seeing a lot of layoffs. But the funny part is, within the layoffs, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not the layoffs. I'm not seeing layoffs in the area of big data and AI. To be honest, I'm gonna give you based on my perception and based on my what I've been doing. Currently, I've had in the last 5 months, I've had 4 to 5 to 6 offers, and these are 200K upwards offers and base salary. 200K upwards base salary, 5 offers, and they're data science, machine learning, and all that. I'm rather seeing in my area, I'm seeing a ramp up of need of AI and machine learning engineers. Especially look at NVIDIA. We saw in the NVIDIA stock, boom. I mean, it's basically going off the moon now. And if you go into the NVIDIA sites, there's a lot of need for AI, machine learning, and all that. And it's ever growing. It's not gonna stop. And what I'm seeing is the opposite. I'm seeing the layoffs are happening, but the layoffs are not happening in the area I'm looking into, machine learning, all that. And I chose accounting because, again, I'm even in the accounting and the finance side because nobody's mixing those two right now. They're trying to, and most of what I'm seeing is ChatGPT, but they're not mixing it in terms of what I'm seeing in terms of the application in graphical neural networks. Again, I'm going through another tangent. But what I'm saying is, I'm seeing a lot of layoffs in the side, mostly even the tech side. It's not much. I'm seeing layoffs happening even right now. Even the the post office. I'm seeing layoffs at the post office. I'm seeing USPS, United States Postal Services. I saw layoffs happening. I'm seeing the manufacturing side. I'm seeing layoffs in that area. As the economy's again, there are a lot of jobs coming out, but those jobs, the economy shows that there's a lot of jobs coming out, but those are high tech jobs and a lot of data jobs. But I'm not seeing a lot of layoff. I'm seeing a lot of layoffs on the other side. But in the health side, I'm not seeing a lot of layoffs. In the health tech, in the financial technology, and I'm not seeing a lot of layoffs. I promise you. I'm. I'll probably one day try to maybe show because I don't want to be the kind of braggadocious individual, but I want to show you the advantage of not only going into the area of data, but why it's you're not going to see that much layoffs in there because again it's speeding up. We have Nvidia coming up. We have Meta. We have Facebook. All they're laying off certain, but they're not laying most of the machine learning, AI, big data services. OpenAI just brought out, I think Sarah. That's going to be a huge, big because of OpenAI. You're going to see movie industries like Disney, even Tyler Perry, who wanted to invest $180 million to expand his studio, he's probably going to start looking at AI and big data and data science individuals to help him grow and utilize those open AI tools right now. So it's going to be ever expanding. It's not going to stop. It's going to be a big sector. OpenAI just the announcement. If you look at recent, just look at OpenAI's announcement. The announcement just basically dashed most of the video production industry. OpenAI's text to video tool, which is a transformer based tool, just dashed most of the motion picture industry. Disney, um, again, Tyler Perry Studios, Netflix, all that. It basically dashed the ability to basically generate video from actually typing a word from it and saying, hey, for instance, I want a 60-minute video on what I'm just doing right now, explaining the detrimental effects of AI in the movie industry. That can be done with text to text to video application with OpenAI. So do you know the amount of disruption it just caused in advertising? Think about this. The amount of advertising dollars spent on creating a 60-minute video for a Super Bowl, 7 million, $8 million. Do you know the amount of budget that has been cut just because of that? Just imagine the amount of budget cut, caught, the amount of budget that had disrupted just because of that OpenAI system. Coca-Cola, all that, the advertising budget is gonna go down. Now they have to figure out where we're gonna spend this advertising budget because I don't need I don't need 50, 70, 10, $20 million spent in creating a 2 minute video that's going to be watched over and over again. I could go to OpenAI, pay what, $200, have a prompt engineer prompt it and give me a beautiful imagery video, ad video, and then just pump it out. Do you know how many industries have just been disrupted right now? Advertising, motion picture. OpenAI has just decimated a lot of industries. My question is, how do you take advantage of it? Learn the technology. How did that technology? I've been looking at the technology, looking behind it, the architecture, and it's a transformer-based architecture. So, what happens if you understand that technology? What are the parameters around that technology? Where are the issues around that technology? These are the questions you need to start asking. what happens? Can someone disrupt that technology? Can someone do something? Again, most of the technology is about the source data, but prompting all that. How can I take advantage of that technology? Because this is a disrupting technology. Now, I want to do an ad. I don't need to get someone and pay thousands of dollars for an ad. I just go and say, I again, look at, okay, I want to create an ad. Now, look at this scenario. I want to add, I want to create an ad with a 10-minute ad with all known actors. 50, and basically, I create that ad. Now I have Tom Hanks, Tom Cruise, I have every actor in that ad, and I didn't pay anybody at that. I didn't pay anybody in that ad, and put that ad out. Again, am I taking liberty on the technology, saying the technology just took open source data and then took the images of all these known actors and created an ad? Do I have that right? Am I using someone else's image and likeness to that ad? Is that a problem? See, these are the things I'm thinking of. Where can I then where can I say, okay, what can I do to prevent something like that? Can I do it legally? Can I say I altered Tom Hanks's voice, or I altered Tom Hanks's um, look maybe slightly, or I changed his color? I say he's not white, he's basically tan, and but everybody, you still recognize him as Tom Hanks. But I say, is he really Tom Hanks? Tom Hanks is white. This dude, yes, I look like Tom Hanks, but it's tan. Am I legally able to do that? These are the questions you need to be asking, and these are the questions that makes funny about all this. So the technology is going to disrupt a lot of stuff, but keep watching on what's going to happen, not only in this side, but also in terms of in the area of politics. All these questions, deep fakes, all this will be coming out rampantly. That's just one area. So recently, Perry delayed that because of AI. So so recently, I was going through. Um, I'm gonna switch up to. I was going through things and showing. So I said, let me talk about the top 15, some of the trends that's happening currently, because I haven't covered most of these, and some of the trends that you're gonna be seeing, especially in the tech sector. And these are the salaries in the 25th, 50, 75 percentiles. And I think some of these salaries are not inflated. They were that's kind of low. But these are some of the salaries that you will be seeing. But for instance, this is the 15 most in-demand tech jobs for 2024. So what you're seeing right now is tech jobs, and I decided to go into this 15 most in-demand tech jobs. And why am I showing you this? This is the drive that premise on what's going on and where you need to be. Again, actual I'm in the accounting. I'm looking at financial documents and seeing, I see someone's taxes, and the next, I see your tax and say, in the past 2 years, your salary has jumped only 2%. It's not keeping up with inflation, it's not doing anything. What are the things that can make your salary jump from 50,000 to 100,000 in the next 2 to 3 years? Is it possible? Yes. But what are the things you need to be doing in order to do that? What do you need to be looking at? Where do you need to be focusing at? And that's why I love accounting and I love technology. Putting those together, you see a lot. So what I'm seeing is the 50 most in demand tech jobs for 2024. Why I'm showing you this is because this is important. In order to, for individuals, again, I'm a proponent for data AI, but
For individuals who's going to AI and data touches every genre in all this. But you need to be focusing on what's coming on in demand because right now there are tech layoffs coming out. Not even tech layoffs in general are coming out. And you're going to be prepared in order to making these salaries. Just be prepared and be in demand and to know that at any point in time your skills can take you anywhere. You can jump ship and say, man, I'm not seeing what I want to see. I can guarantee you, if your skills are in that demand, promise you, when you want to jump ship, the companies will be begging you, like, look, what do we need to offer you? How can we remain competitive so that you can stay? Believe me, I've seen that personally, where they come to you and say, hey, we need you to keep you to remain competitive. How do we do that? What do we need to make this place desirable for you to stay? Is it compensation? Is it leadership? What is it? Can you? And these are the in-demand tech jobs and tech skills around this you need to be focused on. And again, please, this is just something you need to be focused on. So let's look at the system security manager. You get 25% now, 58% now, 75% now. I always go in the middle. So 167,000. That's the 58%. We have network cloud architect, 165,000. Application architect, 163. IT director, 161. ERP integration, 153. Data and big data engineer, 149. Data security analyst, 147. Data scientist, 144. Again, I'm gonna be a little bit. Some of these salaries are kind of the low end. To be honest with you, some of these salaries are really in the low end. If you know what you're doing, I promise you, 167 is like, are you serious? Nah, you gotta come up with a better, a better option than this. So some of these salaries to me are in the low end right now. DevOps engineer 170. Unless this is base, you're good. But some of these salaries are in the low end. For a DevOps engineer and data scientist, nah, these are the low end. 160, 147. Software engineer 152. Help desk support 114. So these are the jobs, in demand jobs. And normally I always tell people you have a data security analyst, you have a data scientist. Those are great jobs. You have a DevOps engineer, women in Linux. I support those. These are, look at big data engineer. You have IT director, application architect. I've done that job. But big data engineer, data security analyst, data scientist, data analyst, DevOps, these are in demand jobs that in the next 10, 15 years, these jobs are just going to continue growing, especially data science. With OpenAI coming up with more and more and more, these are the jobs that are going to continue growing. So, what am I telling you? Focus on these. There are layoffs coming, yeah, but I promise you, believe me, if OpenAI and Nvidia are cranking out, if Nvidia is now a multi trillion dollar company and Nvidia is surpassing any kind of, it's surpassing a lot of tech companies. If Nvidia is growing that far fast, they're pumping out chips, their GPU chips for AI systems, health systems. They go, and remember, AI is not just in one sector; it's in every sector. So you see the demand for AI and AI systems. So when I say AI, I mean all things data, and the career field is growing. AI consultants, you have prompt engineers, AI ethics, AI analysts, source data analysts. The career field is ever growing and ever expanding. So my question to you is, are you gonna continue laying there and just watching, or you're gonna start looking at some of these jobs and seeing where you fit in and go from there. Because the field is currently growing and growing and growing. It's not gonna. These are the career fields that's coming out. So I showed you the top trends in AI. These are top tech trends and top. So now top 15, the 15 most in demand tech jobs. So there's this. I saw this news report. This is interesting. Um, Currently in a college in Canada is currently removing its vending machines after a student discovered they were using facial recognition. So, a student found they were using facial recognition in their vending machines. In the vending machine, so let me ask you. So, I go to a vending machine, I put $1 in the vending, well, again, put my credit card information. So, some vending machine that takes credit card. So, I swipe my credit card, and now at the same time, you're taking my picture and taking my vending machine. So now you have my facial recognition attached to my financial um, history, my financial activities. Why do you need that in a vending machine? Why does Coca-Cola or any, especially in a college, why are you tracking facial recognition and attached to my credit card or even cash? Why do you need to know that financial information? Do you know how detrimental that is? Do you know how powerful it is to be able to, for instance, if I was an individual and I have 20 vending machines associated in different ways, and I know not only the amount of money being spent in that area, but also knowing the individuals who spend it. So you can track demographics in terms of male, female, age, um, where, how often they basically use the vending machine, how often, and again, you can track what kind of beverages they buy. If if I track and say in one vending machine, I see there are 5,000 people that utilize that vending machine, and out of five people, 2,000 will buy Coca-Cola, and they buy Diet Coca-Cola and all that. So you know how powerful. So you know not only the age but the group and all those people. Now you can go and perform targeted, not only targeted ads in terms of not only the beverage, but targeted ads on different items and different things in there. Do you know how powerful? That's why I said you need to understand how powerful data is. Data is that powerful that they are putting vending machines with cameras and using facial recognition to track who's buying what in that vending machine. If they're doing it in college, do you think they're not doing it in businesses or doing it in railways and all that? Do you know how powerful that thing is? The ability to understand who is shopping, what demographics are shopping, what is needed. Can I use that as a crime report? Can I use the vending machine as a crime report? If I know in this area the demographics and all that, and I know at this area the number of break-ins of that time machine is more than the break-ins in another place, isn't that a crime report already in there? So what this is a tell. Now the question is, yeah, Python is a go to. Yeah, go with Python. I go with Python any day. But what I'm telling you is this is a telltale sign. This is something that Everybody needs to understand. They're putting cameras, they're putting everything in the vending machine and collecting data. The question is why? What are they using the data? If I had that opportunity, I can tell you everything and a lot of stories with that data. If you give me access to this, man, I do some stuff even I'm like, okay, nah, this is some bullshit. But this is something that needs to be looked at. This is why I say we need people in AI ethics, data ethics. The question is this ethical? Uh, what are they doing with your data? Do we need to bring someone who's an AI consultant or ethical and ask the question, ethically, what can they what can they do? What are the scenarios they can utilize this data for? Is it ethically, morally, or ethically um, legal to utilize this data? And the answer is yes, because there are no laws in the books about data. So anybody can collect that data and sell it. So all these vending machine, these data sources, can I sell it to a vendor? Can I sell it to China? Can I sell it to anybody and say, I have all these data on all these college students who drink a lot of sodas. So I know how much sodas they drink. I know all they drink. I know how they drink it. I know who drinks the most. I know who, for instance, I know what major, if you're in college, what majors buy more soda in terms of caffeinated or non-caffeinated. I know if I look through the history and I see a lot of engineer based on that, can I link it up with your students and a lot with your social media? For instance, I have all these college students. Can I link it up with your social media and say these students who drink my sodas with LinkedIn, it show that they are more engineering. They are more engineering students. Can I link this to LinkedIn? And the answer is yes. I can link all these data and link it to LinkedIn and say these are the students that drink my soda and sell it. And so these are more information you can need. So, but nobody's asking these questions. This, you see this and you say, oh, it's nothing. I see it and I say, this is a problem. So that's just one aspect. So facial recognition in vending machines. If you see it, just know there's a problem. Tech layoffs. Okay. The widespread of tech layoffs. Um, even the economy is strong, but we still have a widespread of tech layoffs. And the question is, with the tech layoffs coming up, the economy is strong, we're pumping out jobs, but there's a widespread of tech layoffs. With a high, strong, despite a year strong, but it's still tech layoffs. But the question, these tech layoffs are happening, but my question is, do you know specifically where the tech layoffs are happening? Because I'm not seeing a lot of tech layoffs in data science, cybersecurity. They're pumping out jobs right now in those areas. Cybersecurity, AI, a lot of jobs. Data science, even infrastructure too. Those are always pumping jobs right now. My question is, the tech layoffs happening, but you got to know the sectors. I'm not seeing a lot of sectors like education, financial, medical. I'm not seeing a lot of tech layoffs in this side. My question is, yes, the tech layoffs happen, but you need to ask the question, where is it happening, and where it's not happening, and focus on where it's not happening. Hold on for a minute. Let me check some. Let me hold on for a minute. Mm, hold on. I'll be right back. Let me hold on. I'm having some technical issues.